In today's video, we're going to discuss Real Wallet. First, we're going to go over about what it is, some functions of it, and then we're going to go over some pros and cons about Real Wallet and if it's something that is a big deal or something that's not really going to make a big difference in your business. I've been at Real Broker for about 4 to 5 months now, so I've been through many different closings and I've seen how I use it in my day-to-day. So let's get right into it. So what is Real Wallet? So Real Wallet is basically a bank that's connected to Real Broker that they partnered with, and eventually they want to acquire the bank, but as of right now, it's a separate bank called Thread Bank, I believe, and it's connected to the Reason app where your dashboard is located, where everything's located, and you get 2 different checkings account. Now, one checking account is where your commission is going to go towards, and then you get a separate tax savings account, which is somewhere that you can put your tax money into. You can deposit money into that and you can switch back and forth. For those of you wondering, you also get a physical debit card that you can use every day, but you also get your account number and your routing number so you can set up payments and stuff online before you get the debit card. So basically, it's a bank, it's a checking account that's connected to the Reason app where everything is located. Now let's get into some pros about Real Wallet. The first major pro that comes to mind is that you get paid extremely fast. I don't know about you, but I love getting paid as soon as possible. I've been part of brokerages where they only, pay agents once or twice a month. And that was a long time ago. More often than not, usually nowadays, people get paid a lot quicker than just once or twice a month. But what I really like about Real Wallet is that you get paid within 30 to 60 minutes max once your file is settled. That's a really good thing, is that it's connected to Real and it's connected to the Reason app, that once your transaction is finally settled in the Reason app, you get paid within 30 to 60 minutes, which I love. Now, if you're not going to use your Real Wallet to pay everything you do, that's not a problem, because you can withdraw cash at the ATM and you can also transfer funds from the Real Wallet to your bank account that you use. Something that I will mention, it's basically like a wire. If you transfer early enough in the morning, sometimes is there the same day in the afternoon, but more often than not, it's there the next morning, but you don't get charged a wire fee. So think of it as a wire. You have your debit card that you can use right away and you can take out cash. But if you want to transfer it to a different bank account, it's there usually the next morning. Another positive about it is that you can split your commission. And this is something that I really love. Like I mentioned earlier, you have 2 separate accounts. You have your business checking account and you have your tax savings account. So what I do personally, you can go in there into the settings, and 20% or whatever percentage of your closing that you want to dictate goes directly into the tax planning account. So when you get paid, not only do you not have to worry about splitting money up or sending this money for this tax account, it automatically does it by itself. So then the money that's left over in your Real Wallet account to spend or to transfer to your other checking account at a different bank, that's the money that you can use. Your tax money has already been split up into a different account, so it makes it very easy. I know it doesn't sound like much, it's just transferring a little money here and there, but just having an automation behind that is amazing. Another thing too to note, if you participate in revenue share, which if you don't know what revenue share is, if people were to join the brokerage and put you as a sponsor and they were to get some closings, you get paid by the brokerage, not from their commission specifically, but Real Broker will pay you some revenue share in the form of helping people come and join the brokerage. So if you were to get revenue share, you can also do the same thing. You can allocate a certain percentage to go to your checking account, your business checking account, or you can allocate a certain percentage to go to your tax planning account. Again, very easy. You can automate everything and it just does it right away. Another thing that I like is that you can accrue points with just using the Real Wallet. Think of it kind of like credit cards. Credit cards, every time you use them, you get, cash back, or you get certain points that you can use towards purchasing things or flights or things of that nature. Since Real Wallet is connected to Thread Bank, they are required to charge merchant fees. So instead of keeping all that money, they're giving a percentage of that money back to us agents in the form of points. There's different levels to it, but just think of, I believe, 1,000 points, or depending on what level you are, equals to $1. I've been at Real Broker 4 to 5 months. What I usually use my card for is really for the commissions to get in so I can get paid quicker, and then I transfer the money out. Every now and then I use it for coffee shops or little small things like that. But just those type of things that I've done, I've accrued over 4,000 points, and it's not much. It's maybe $5 or $10, but the points that you have there, you can use towards your broker review fee, towards your cap, towards any other fee that you get with the brokerage. You can easily apply those points to. So is it a ton of points and a ton of money? Not really, but it's still better than nothing, and you're getting compensated by just even using the Real Wallet. So that's definitely a plus in my book. Now, the next feature of Real Capital is not available in my state or for me right now, but Real Capital is something that they're rolling out that you are going to be given a credit for a capital amount that you can use for whatever you wish, whether that's for your business or investing or flipping or whatever the case may be. And the good thing is it's not based off of your credit or your credit history. It's based off of your production. It's based off of the stocks. It's based off of revenue share. Everything that's inside of Real Broker, that's what they're going to take into account. And that's a nice added bonus, but it's not going to affect your credit. So if you need more money for marketing, or you want to do lead generation, or you want to flip a house, because, you know, as realtors, we get deals all the times that, you know, come across our desk, and sometimes we don't have the capital to fund those deals. This is a great way to also increase your business and do other things that you would otherwise not have the opportunity to do so. Again, this is something that's being rolled out slowly. I know some states have this, some states don't. My state in Tennessee, currently we don't have it, or I don't have access to it yet since I joined Real not too long ago. Now let's get into some of the cons, because nothing is perfect and there's definitely cons with Real Wallet. One of the main cons I have personally, and that's just for my lifestyle and what I use it for, is the daily withdrawal limit for ATMs. Now there is somewhere you can go online and you can actually increase the limit of the daily spending, and I've tried to do this, but even increasing the limit of daily spending, it still caps me out at $1,000 withdrawal from the ATM. Again, I use this to get paid as fast as possible, and then I transfer the money to my personal bank account. So sometimes I just need, you know, quick $500 or $1,000 here and there, and I can use the card if I need to in an emergency, but I like to take out cash, or I like to, you know, move my money around. So this for me was just a very small frustration. I've tried calling the bank. I've tried talking to Real. It's kind of a glitch that they're trying to get past, but that's something for you to know. You only have $1,000 a day of withdrawal limit. But as far as spending power, you can spend, I believe, $2,500 a day, but you can increase that limit to $10,000 or more a day with the settings that you can play online. Another thing that is kind of a con, it's not something that it does wrong, but it's something that it can't do, is that when you get paid, I would love to have a external bank account for it to be able to attach to. And that's something that I've given them feedback on and that they are working with. There's other things that they're trying to roll out, but that's definitely on their to-do list. And just sidebar, this is something I love about Real, since they have developers in-house and the Reason app and everything they create is for the Real Broker. You have people that you can give feedback to, that you can be like, hey, have you guys thought about doing this? Or, hey, I had an issue with this. And they can go and help and fix things and change things and modify things that are good for us realtors here at the brokerage, just FYI. But something that I asked for is having a external bank account that you can also disperse funds to. So maybe I want to get 50% of my commission to the Real Wallet. I want 20% commission to an external tax account, and I want another 30% to go towards a savings external account, whatever the case may be. They don't have that function yet, but that's something that they're definitely working on. Now, going along with that, something that they can't do yet is adding a spouse or adding a second person to your Real Wallet. Currently right now, as of the making of this video, which is May 21st, you can be the only person on the account. And I believe you can ask for another Real Wallet debit card and have two at the same time. I'm not too sure about that, but you can add, like I can't add my wife to the account and get her own login information and get her own card. Again, this is definitely feedback that we've given them and something that they're working on, but that's something that's not doable right now. And that's a con in my book. Another thing is that I have a external bank account, which I like because I like the way they have everything set up, and you can see what you've paid for, kind of how everything's split up. And the Real Wallet on the Reason app is a little bit clunky. It's not super readable, and the way that they have the figures set up, it's not the best, but again, it's definitely worth it for me for getting paid quicker and all the pros I talked about earlier. But again, if you move the money into a separate account, it's not that big of a deal. And again, they're working on it. They're making it a little bit better. They wanted to roll this out so that us agents can have the opportunity to have something like this, which is amazing. And now they're kind of fixing things and improving things as time goes on. So is Real Wallet worth the hype? In my opinion, it is, because of all the pros I listed. You get paid very fast, you get points, and you have everything in a dashboard. With the Reason app, I can literally do my whole business on my phone, and I have my bank and everything that I get paid on the same app. So it's definitely worth it for me. One of the things that I thought I wasn't going to get was a physical card. So that was a kind of a big deal for me because I didn't think I wanted it because I was going to get a physical card. But as soon as I learned that you can get a physical card and you can get, your account and routing number ASAP as soon as you start paying your bills and doing other things online, for me, it's worth the hype and it's worth having because it only streamlines things in my business. And as a realtor, as you're running around doing a bunch of different things, getting things streamlined is absolutely vital and essential so that you can get your sanity back and run your business. So that's today's video, guys. I hope I was able to answer your question on the Real Wallet. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me on social media. So go ahead and write in the comments below. Maybe you're thinking about becoming a Real Broker. Is this enough for you? Or maybe you're an agent here already in Real Broker, and let me know your thoughts. Is it worth the hype? Is it not worth the hype? Or is there something that I did not mention that you think should definitely be mentioned? Let me know down below. With that being said, until next time, take care and God bless.